Okay everyone, this is an interesting one. This is Jane Remover with Revengeseekers. Now, I don't know anything about Jane Remover. Is that a band? Is that a person? I know nothing. I like it when this happens. All I know is that you guys have been raving about this album and that there's a track with Danny Brown, which is always a good thing. So, this is a true, blind, don't know what the hell to expect reaction. Let's dive into it. Shout out to everybody on Patreon seeing this first. This is for you. First song's called Twice Removed. Let's go.
This is how I love it, said you tapping now. This is how I love it, said you tapping now, yeah. Shit got so old, so fast. Should I do it for my boys and the cash? Should I do it for the boys in my belly? I base my life on the sound. She was 03, bitch, don't ever look me. 0, twice removed, X please, I don't see it, count it. I know how you cry. Check my what you wanna say, running for the strap. Jack my swag. Two can play, but two's a crowd. Kick out so old, so fast.
It's a fucking hell of a lot going on in this track. Hell of a lot. There's such a trend at the moment towards music that is super chaotic in its production. Whether you call this hyperpop or whatever you want to call it in terms of genre, right? Because there's like a Venn diagram between this and like the rage music and a lot of other stuff that's fucking super chaotic. And I can only think it kind of reflects the society that we live in at the moment. This endless, relentless distraction society, distraction culture, distraction environment, I guess you could call it. Because this is the reality that people are growing up in. And this is also the reality that a lot of people are having their adolescence through, which wasn't the reality for me, having my adolescence, thankfully. It had its own issues, but, you know, I grew up, my adolescence was in the 90s, so we didn't even really have the internet until the end of the 90s, and we certainly didn't have the endless fucking notifications, distractions being pulled in a million different directions, TikTok, and, you know how it is now. I mean, I live in it too. But I think this is being reflected in the music, because to me, as a 42-year-old, it takes a lot for me to try and listen and understand what the hell this even is. And why it is. Yet it seems to me that a younger audience connects with it almost immediately. And I'll also liken the last Quadeca album to this, Breakants. Now there's elements that I like in that type of music. This song itself is a bit too all over the place for me. But it's just something that I thought of as I was listening to it. It's like, where is this coming from? Because, you know, you can always track where music is coming from, both in terms of its structure and melody, like throughout history, but also in terms of the society that it represents. And this, I can only think, stems from that. Now let's have a biscuit.
Everybody cares, everybody knows.
Okay, just like a biscuit with Danny Brown, so I got biscuit in my mouth.
It feels like you're a part of me, 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 part of me. It feels like you're a part of me, 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 part of me,
Okay. This one tracks more for me already, and if DB's coming in, he's gonna chew this up. Alright, here we go. I was worried from the first track, I'm not gonna lie to you.
I think they follow me home. Fuck what you heard.
It's got a kind of an industrial sound to this one. Fuck off, Danny. The thing is, there are many amazing rappers out there in the world, many amazing rappers, whoever you have in your top 5, but there aren't many you can probably have it on one hand, especially American rappers who aren't used to rapping at that sort of pace, who could rap on a beat like that. Then he can rap on anything and make it sound amazing, make it sound unique. And in some ways, that makes him the best. Now, I don't think he is actually the best, but that doesn't really matter. But in terms of pure versatility and being able to find a pocket on anything and elevate it, Danny Brown. Absolute elite. What a guy. Yeah, this song's way better than the first song. Fucking banger. Oh, a little bit of jungle. Fucking fire. Okay. I was worried at first, but that was superb. So here we go. I like these types of situations when I don't know what I'm getting at all, because it's like, okay, there's something in here that you guys who watch me like. So I want to tune into whatever that is. Doesn't guarantee I'm going to like it at all. But that's the challenge for me when I do this. Always has been. Go all the way back to the beginning of Rock Reacts. Always has been. That's the challenge. Can I tune into whatever it is? Sometimes super easy. Sometimes super difficult. Sometimes it doesn't happen at all. First, I was worried. Second one, fucking banger. Let's see where the rest of the album goes. Fuck it out. I'm listening.
Loves all I ever known, yeah, it's never been so bad. My mother called me, said don't let that face sleep in your bed. I blew her fast, and sleeping with the dead. When the Ace Hotel's doing bro, when the partner said, it's enough for me now. It's enough for me now. Breathe in, breathe out.
Super cool track. Really like that switch. Interesting. Like, I'm accepting as well that this isn't something you're going to get everything out of on first listen. Now, whether I'm going to spend a lot of time with it or not, because realistically, this level of chaos doesn't gel massively with my aging mind. Like, it is a lot for me to take in. It's like, I appreciate the chaos, but I don't necessarily love it. However, the most chaotic track is probably the second one, which I loved. So I don't even know necessarily what I'm saying. But what I bring up is the fact that there's so much going on here that it will take multiple listens. And again, you guys that are watching this, please, I always say this, give your thoughts. Let us know down in the comments. And I say let us know, because, yeah, you're letting me know, but everybody else is reading those comments as well and gaining an understanding, gaining an appreciation, connecting with other people. I actually know there's people that told me so many times they've met other people in my comments, whether here or on Rock Reacts, and form like relationships with those guys in there in the Discord, and, you know, that's so cool. So that happens as well. So definitely let us know your thoughts, because that can add other insight, add other understanding and revelations about this music, which is difficult music. You know, this isn't super easy music to listen to. This isn't Justin Bieber. I feel that this needs a big break, you know, it feels like it needs an explosion to release the tension. Okay, there it is. Damn. Crazy piano. Yeah, another good release of tension in this track. Cool track again. Definitely, at this point, I definitely think I prefer this type of music when it's at that EDM type of pace, that BPM. When the pace picks up, the tempo picks up, I can really get into it. When it's at this slower pace, and this is the same for like a Breakance, some of Cordecca's newer stuff, it doesn't really connect for me in the same way. However, if you think about 1,000 gecs, 100 gecs or 1,000 gecs, I'm old, I get confused. A lot of their music is at that higher, almost EDM pace, and I think that's why I connect with more of it. This is just an observation that I'm having in the moment. Okay. Wild track. Yeah, I actually like that one. It was so crazy. Fuck it up. Okay. A little bit of Super Nintendo jungle. Fucking absolute chaos. Like, realistically, this is never going to be my favourite genre of music. It's just not. If it is your favourite, you fucking love this genre, let me know down in the comments what it is about it that just really speaks to you, because I'm curious.
I feel love just like a pop star, but I'm still the same pretty little face that you made. We get
think I always come to the same place with this style of music. Is like, to me, there's all the chaos, noise, constant glass breaking, digital router noise, modem, dial-up sound, fucking chaos. Enhance the music in any way? Or would it actually be better without that? And just melodic and more pleasant on the ears? And I think that's the conclusion I always end up coming to with this type of music. It's a lot for the ears to take in. 35, 40 minutes into this album. It's a lot. The constant, like, Stone Cold Steve Austin glass breaking and the whole time. It's like, I don't know, man. I really don't know. I know that I don't like it very much. And this is a problem because a lot of people seem to really like this. I'll go back to what I said at the beginning of the reaction. It does seem to be a representation, or at least a symptom, perhaps, of the times that we live in and how people's, especially younger people's brains are thinking. I think Jane Remover is 21. I looked up their bio. I believe it's they. I get really super confused with the pronouns, especially when it's they, so just forgive me if I fuck it up. Super young. Third album, 21 years old. Different environment to be brought up in than me. Literally double the age. So I'm wondering if there's just a connection here, that this makes much more sense to a brain that grew and adolesced and developed in the modern social media, TikTok, relentless notification era. And on top of that, does that mean it's a good thing to have this much fucking chaos in your mind the whole time? And on top of that, this is what I'm just thinking of. If this is what your mind is like, as a younger person, I feel for you, and we need to do some work to make it not like this, because this is not functional. This is terrible. And no wonder everybody feels so fucking lost and stuck and stressed out. That's where I'm at. There's a lot to admire here. There are genuinely moments I enjoyed, like I fucking loved the track with Danny Brown. I like the previous track to this. I like Dream Flasher. And there's moments in a lot of the songs that I like, but it is drowning in this digital noise in a way that this genre seems intent on doing on almost every song. And in little bursts, in little droplets, I can tolerate it and even appreciate the discordance of it. But a whole project of it just leaves me kind of very, very auditorially fatigued.
One thing about it, though, it keeps a lot of people away.
Okay, here we go.
Change service. The challenger, who's already come this far.
I must repair this straight away. I could definitely do without ever hearing that glass smash again, unless Stone Cold is coming out, not to drive into someone on a four-wheeler. This is a key example of what I'm talking about. So there we go, man. Curious one once again. I struggle with this level of noise. I do. There's elements of the album that I like, definitely, but like, this ain't going to be in my top 10 of the year, no way. And there's something where we've got a bit of a disconnect here, man. I do want to hear your thoughts, but it's too much going on that sounds very fatiguing to my ears for me to really be able to get into the music. For the most part. And it may just be an age thing. Like, I don't typically believe in that, but at the same time, I am acutely aware that I'm twice Jane Remover's age, and typically an artist will have a fan base that's mostly younger than them. So I am a lot older, generationally older. And while that doesn't necessarily mean anything, because of course I like music from the 60s and even the 40s and even older than that. At the same time, there are sections of music in every generation that speak to that generation and don't necessarily make sense to older generations. And I'm starting to come to the conclusion that this genre, for the most part, might be that for me, which is a shame because it's clearly popular with a lot of the people that watch me. And I'd love to be able to sit in that resonance with you all, but it's just not happening. And I know for a fact you wouldn't want me to force it or to lie to you. I know that for a fact. Still, I liked Professional Vengeance. I liked Dream Flasher. I liked parts of Dancing with Your Eyes Closed. I really liked Psycho Boost. I thought we were in for something there. And perhaps if I listened again, there'd be more elements that I like, but it's too fatiguing for me. For my ears. It is just too fatiguing for my ears, unfortunately. And that might sound strange because, I like fucking metal and metalcore and some stuff. I like Knock Loose, which you could argue is way more fatiguing on the ears than this. But something on that resonates deep in my core, whereas this just doesn't. And that is fine. It's a shame, but it is fine. So again, like I said, try and enlighten me. I'm not going to give up, but at the same time, it's unlikely that this is really ever going to speak to me, this genre, unfortunately. But there we are. Not all music can be for everybody. Okay, thank you so much for watching, though. Thank you so much for the recommendation. And I'll catch you all very, very soon. Right, peace.